This is module 4 in the Smart Sales System training program. In the previous training module, we went through a process of how to build your consultative sales message. And in this module, we're going to take that sales message and use it to create scripts, emails, voicemails, and objection responses, which might sound like a lot of work. But the reality is this is going to be a very short, brief, and easy training module because all the work has already been done. In the last step, we went through a very extensive process to organize our thoughts to create a sales message. In this step, we're moving to level 2 in the Smart Sales System, and we're going to use that to create all of these different documents. And once you have your sales message, this is very easy to do because this is the sales message that we created for our demo example. We created a sales message for selling web design services, targeting small businesses, and we went through a lot of steps here. And if you go through this process for your own product, it might take a little bit of time, a little brain power. Your brain might hurt a little bit after this, but after you do this, everything is incredibly easy because what we can do is we can take all of those different steps, all of those different sets of bullet points, and use those to create what we can call building blocks. And once we have the building blocks, then it's very easy to mix and match those blocks to create all of these different documents that I'm going to show you here today. For example, let's start out talking about some call scripts that we can create using those building blocks. See, we can stack all those blocks to actually very easily create a cold call script. One of my favorite cold call scripts is the one that I call the value intro. Basically, it's just all of the main building blocks with the value being right at the beginning of the call, using your value proposition as the introduction for the call. I'm going to actually flip through this script really quickly. I just want to let you know there's a training module coming up. It's not the next training module, but it's 2 training modules away that will be specifically on cold calling and how to use this cold call script. So I'm going to go through the script from top to bottom. Actually, when you're using the script with the Smart Sales System methodology, you would not go from the beginning of the top to the bottom of the script straight through. You would bounce through it according to how the prospect is responding. We will teach how to use the script and why it's designed the way it is in the cold calling training module. All I want to do right here today is just show you how the building blocks can easily be put together to create a script. So let's just flip through this script real quick. Starts out, here's an introduction. Hello prospect, have I caught you in the middle of anything? Then, like I said, it opens with your value proposition, and that becomes the reason for the call. Great, the reason for the call is we help businesses to benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3. Not sure if we can help you in the same way. And then you could ask some pain questions. How is it important for you to do this? How important is it for that? Do you need this? You could ask some current state questions. Do you have this? What do you have in place for that? How's everything going? You can share your pain points building block. Oh, well, when I talk with a lot of businesses, they're having challenges with this. Are you having any of those challenges? Towards the end of your cold call is when you can talk about your product to build interest and do this right before you go for the close. Oh, well, it might make sense to talk more. The reason why is I'm with this company and we provide this. We differ in these ways. A little bit more about us is that we've won awards. Hey, a quick example of another business like yours that we helped is that we helped this other business to do this. And we did that by providing this particular service, and it helped to lead to this and then ultimately lead to that. But I've called you out of the blue, and then you can go for the close. But I've called you out of the blue. Don't know if this is the best time to talk about this. Are you available for a brief 15, 20-minute meeting or call? And that's the close. And so again, we'll talk later about how to use that script, and I'll go through each of those steps in more detail in the cold call training module, but just showing you how easy it is that once you have those building blocks to put them together to create a script. And we can actually mix and match those to create different scripts. For example, here's a pain intro script, which is actually the exact same script, but all we're doing is swapping the value points building block with the pain points building block. So the call would open with your pain points. This might be good if the pain points that you help to resolve are very attention grabbing. So maybe you want to open the call with those. It might just depend on your particular situation, the product or service that you sell, and maybe your personal preference. We could also create another script mixing and matching those blocks to create what I call a name drop intro script. So in this case, we swap out the value points intro with your name drop building block, and then that would just open the call with the reason for the call is, and then you might share a customer example of someone else that you've helped. And then the rest of the script is basically basically the same, where you're asking the same questions and trying to drive towards the same type of close. So again, you can see there that you can mix and match the building blocks to create all different types of scripts. And you can also use those same building blocks to create email messages. And in the same way that we have a cold calling training module, right after our cold call training module, we will have an email prospecting training module that will talk to you about creating cold emails, cold email prospecting, and all the concepts of why this email is designed the way it is. We're not going to get into that here today. All I want to do is just show you how you could use those building blocks to create email messages. So here's a value points email message. Reason for the emails, we help small businesses to benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3. I don't know if we can help you in those same areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. Are you available for a brief 15 to 20 minute call? Can use pain points to create a very similar email. Reason for the email is we help with the challenges of pain point 1, pain point 2, pain point 3. Don't know if you're concerned about any of those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. Are you available for a call? Can use your name drop building block. The reason for the email is we worked with a business like yours, helped them to do this, ultimately led to that. We were able to do this. Are you available for a brief call? Can use your pain questions block to create an email. Trying to determine if we can help you in the same way we've helped other clients. These are some of the questions I would ask to figure that out. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Don't know if those connect with the challenge or interest you have. If so, let's put a few minutes on the calendar. By the way, can create a cold email using your product building block. The reason for my email is we provide this type of service. It does this, it does that. Some ways we differ is this. Are you available for a brief call? Can use those same building blocks to create voicemail messages. So here's a voicemail message using your value points building block. Hello, Mark. This is Michael Halper calling from company XYZ. The reason for the call is we help small businesses to improvement 1, improvement 2, improvement 3. I don't know if you want to improve those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. I'll try you again next week. If you'd like to reach me in the meantime, my number is this. By the way, there will also be a voicemail training module that will talk about when to leave voicemail messages, when not to leave voicemail messages, why this voicemail message is designed the way it is. So we will talk about that later. Again, just showing you voicemail messages you can create with your building blocks. You can create a voicemail using your pain points building block. Reason for the call is we help small businesses with the challenges of pain point 1, pain point 2, pain point 3. I don't know if you're concerned about those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. Can create a voicemail using our name drop building block. The reason for the call is we helped another business like yours to do this. It ultimately led to that. After 6 months, this is what they were able to realize. I don't know if we can help you in the same way. That's why I'm trying to reach out. Can also create a voicemail using your product building block. Reason for the call is we provide web design services, and it includes this, this, and this. Some ways we differ is differentiation 1, differentiation 2, differentiation 3. I don't know if we're a good fit with you. That's why I'm reaching out. Now, here's what's really great is that we can also use those same building blocks to create objection responses. And also, by the way, there is an objection handling training module that will come back to all of these objection responses and tell you why they're designed the way they are and how to use them properly. But let me just show you how you can use the building blocks for your objection handling. So if a prospect says, what's this in regards to, or is this a sales call? You can respond with your value points. Well, the reason for the call is we help small businesses to improve their website conversion rates. If the prospect says any of these 3 objections, I'm not interested, we're not making any changes right now, we do not have budget right now, instead of trying to overcome that objection, you have a couple options, and I'm going to show you a couple here. First option is you can respond with your pain questions. Oh, I understand. If I could ask you real quick, how important is it for you to get more revenue out of your website? So not trying to overcome the objection, not trying to make them interested, just trying to keep the conversation going. Again, we'll talk about that logic and that methodology later. But as you can see, you can reply to all of these with your pain questions. For those same objections, if they say, I'm not interested, or we're not making any changes right now, we don't have budget, you could also reply with your current state questions. Oh, I understand. If I could ask you real quick, when was the last time you refreshed your website? Trying to keep the conversation going. You can also reply to a very common objection of, can you send me your information? Hey, I can certainly do that. So I know what best to send you. Could I ask you real quick? And then ask some of your pain questions. You can reply to that same objection with current state questions. They ask for your information. I can certainly do that. So I know what best to send you. Could I ask you real quick? When does your current agreement expire? If they give you any of these three objections, we're already using someone for that. We already use someone right now. We've already purchased something for that. You can reply to that with your current state questions. Oh, I understand. If I could ask you real quick, how many different websites do you currently have? Again, trying to keep the conversation going. You can reply to those same objections with your pain points building block. So they're already using someone right now. Oh, I see. Well, I tell you, a lot of businesses I work with are currently having issues with pain point 1, pain point 2, pain point 3. Are you concerned about any of those? So as you can see, those same building blocks that you spent time creating automatically provide you with great objection handling responses. You can also use those building blocks to create meeting scripts. So here's a building block for meeting introduction questions. We haven't discussed these so far, but these are questions that you can maybe get some ideas from for how to warm up and start out a one-on-one meeting or an appointment with a prospect. How's your day going so far? Ask about the weather or sports, current event. How long have you been working here? What did you do before? Where are you from? What do you like most about what you do? And so you could take a look at these. And then now we get to the same building blocks that we've already discussed so far. So certainly a great building block to roll right into in a meeting or an appointment with a prospect is start out by trying to learn about the current state, asking them what they're currently doing, what they're using. So your current state questions are great questions to ask very early on in an appointment. You could progress to ask pain questions. You might want to share some pain examples. You can transition after all of that to start to talk about your product or your company. You can share a customer example. Now, here's a building block for qualify and qualifying questions. We haven't discussed this yet. There is a training module on qualifying prospects where we will come back to all the questions I'm going to show you right now. But these are certainly a key part of an appointment or meeting script. And so you have need versus want questions, funding availability questions, decision authority questions, level of competition questions. We will come back to those 4 sets of questions later. Here are some closing questions. Similar to qualifying, we haven't discussed these yet. There's a training module on closing, but here are some closing questions and a closing questions building block that you can end your meeting script with. And that is pretty much it for level 2. As you can see, we flew right through that. That was extremely easy and extremely quick once you have your sales message. So if you're getting tired and frustrated and when you're creating your sales message, just look at how everything else is to create and use once you have that foundation of a good, powerful, solid sales message to build on. And what we'll do now is we'll progress in the rest of the training program to level 3. And this is really the how-to. So as I mentioned, we're going to come back to how to use those cold call scripts, how to use those cold emails, how to write cold emails, how to use those objection handling responses. And each of those is a training module that we're going to be coming to. And those all make up level 3. So the rest of the training program is level 3. And so this is where we're going next. The next training module is managing the sales process, which might not sound real exciting. And if you're a salesperson, you may say, I know how to manage the sales process. I don't really need to learn that. I just want to focus on cold calling or cold emailing. Managing the sales process. This is one of the most important training modules in the SMART sales program. And that's why it comes before cold calling and cold emailing, because the sales process impacts everything you say. The steps you're trying to take a prospect through will impact what you say when you're trying to overcome objections, what you say in your cold calls, what you say in your emails. So this will be very important, and that is what we will talk about next. And so that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully, if you're getting some tips out of this training program and you want to return the favor, very easy for you to do. Simply like, comment, share this video, subscribe to our channel. Any or all of those help us tremendously, and none of those cost you anything. If you like these tips, you may want to follow us on any or all of these social platforms. We post daily sales tips in the form of 30 to 60-second videos every day on these social platforms. Those are all taken from these long form videos. So if you like these long videos, but you want to either be reminded of these tips or you don't have time to watch all of these long videos, check us out on social, and those where you'll get all these tips in bite-sized format, daily reminders, and that's a great way to support us as well. Everything I'm showing you here today is part of the SMART sales system. SMART stands for sales messaging and response tactics. Our core belief is that a salesperson's best sales tool are the words that they say and the words that they write in emails. We help salespeople people to become better salespeople by helping them to build the most powerful, attention-grabbing, optimum sales message. And we help them with how to respond to objections and how to respond to questions and respond to prospects. And our approach is all about a structured set of tactics. It's not just a fire hose of tips or fluffy tips that are difficult to implement. It's very crystal clear tactics of start doing this and stop doing that. And that's the SMART sales system. And it is designed to help you to be smart and make smart decisions. And we call this system because it's a step-by-step system that you can implement. Level 1 is the sales message. We've already provided a process for you building your sales message. And then we showed you today of what you can do with that sales message to create a bunch of different sales tools. And now we're moving forward to level 3, which is the how-to. All of this you can access. If you like the SMART sales system and you want more, the great news is you can implement and adopt the SMART sales system for free because it's all on YouTube. You can get access to all of this information on YouTube by going to the playlist, the SMART sales system, Sell Smarter, Not Harder. There's a video for every module and step of the SMART sales system. The reason why we give away our training program for free is that all of this aligns with a software product that we sell called SalesScripter. SalesScripter aligns with all of this. For example, I took you through a process of creating your sales message. SalesScripter has an area called the Sales Message Builder that also takes you through that process. So certainly you could go through that process in a Word document, but SalesScripter makes it easier by helping you to go through all of those steps and to organize all of your thoughts. And especially because at some point you'll need to create more than one sales message, and SalesScripter will help you to keep all of that separate. Once you've created your sales message in SalesScripter, SalesScripter aligns with level 2 because there's an area called the Sales Playbook, which is a library of templates and documents and scripts and emails. And these templates all get filled in with your sales message. That's how SalesScripter provides a customized, tailored sales playbook and set of sales scripts tailored for your product, your industry, your world, because it uses your sales message. And SalesScripter certainly aligns with level 3 of execution with a full CRM that can help you with cold calling, objection handling, and email automation and email campaigns. And then the upgrade from there would be certainly you can purchase consulting hours with me. I'm available to help you with any of these levels. I help clients to create their sales message, create their scripts, create their email messages, and level 3 as well in terms of execution. So if that's interesting, but you still don't know what to do next, another option for you could be you could check out my book called The Smart Sales System, Sell Smarter, Not Harder, and you can get that on Amazon here. That's about it. Hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, want more information, the best place to go is salescripter.com. There's more videos, free ebooks. If you have questions about the software of SalesScripter, that's the best place to go. Plenty of product information. And there's also a chat window on SalesScripter where you can ask us questions as well. Again, hope this was helpful. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the end of the video, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.